comes Sebastian. I say, ring the alarm. Here comes Sebastian. It's breakfast with Bob and Paul.
Thank you, Poncho Man. Welcome to breakfast from Kona. We're at beautiful Huggo. This is our championship edition. We're presented by Active, #Inspired to Race. My name is Bob Babbitt. His name is Paul Huddle. Sponsors, Timex Rudy Project, GoPro, MPA Event Graphics, Lava Magazine, Babbittville Radio. Our next guest, Huddle, yes. 2014 Ironman World Champion studio audience. Hands together. Sebastian Kienle.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Oh, my God. That never gets old, does it?
No, it sounds damn good.
I mean, Ironman, 70.3 world champion, that's cool. You've done that twice. But winning this, 4th, 3rd, and then winning this year, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like probably changing from bike to a car, you know.
I'm changing from bike to a big car.
Now it's a real thing, you know. Now it's a real world championship and not only the little sister.
Right.
So Sebastian, talk a little bit about your day yesterday. I mean, obviously it's very fresh in your mind. It's fresh in our minds watching you go through the swim and then onto the bike. I think the thing that surprised all of us during the bike especially was we all knew Andy Starkowitz was going to be going through the field, had a great swim, and we expected him to just launch off the front. And there was a brief moment where he got a minute, but then all of a sudden he got absorbed again, and then it was the Sebastian Kienle show from that point forward. Talk about it from all the way from the swim through that point.
You want the long story?
Absolutely, yeah. We want to hear. We want to hear how this thing went for you, because
you're all retching.
Yeah, he's looking at his watch. He's like,
I'm ready to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I think my swim was in the
54. You're good.
in the better range of what I could expect. I mean, of course, I could not expect, at least not this year, to make the front pack. But I mean, I've been in pretty good company with some very good other cyclists like Luke McKenzie, like Tyler Butterfield, James Kanama, and I mean, I know that they were in a position and where they have to do something and not only sit on my wheel. And they definitely put a lot of effort in the bike too, and that of course helped me at the beginning of the bike, helped me a lot, and also boosted my confidence. You know, coming out of the water with these guys showed me that my preparation was not that bad as I thought before the race, and I mean after like 10-15 Ks you get a feeling how your day is going to be, and my feeling was very good, and then I just started to use the momentum to go away from that group. I don't want to pull them along too much.
You don't want to drag everyone.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a chance to probably, guys like Luke and also Marino, for example, they're not. In the last couple of years, they're just not used to have to catch up to the front group at the first half of the race, and I'm always used to catch up to on the first half. So they have to ride way more offensive on the first half of the bike, and I didn't know that. And I think, of course, if you could eliminate already like 20 guys from the mass, that would be great. And that's what I was trying to do, and so I caught the front group at the end on my own, and then sometimes you could do a lot of like planning and thinking what you want to do if you catch a group, and then we were going to quite high, and you have this rolling hills, and especially in a group with like 20 guys, it always gets kind of slow if you go down. Everybody has to sit up because to stay out of the draft zone, and it's also a kind of a dangerous moment where you could get a penalty even if you don't draft intentionally.
Sure.
And then I saw some gaps opening up in the front, and I thought, well, I mean, you could wait another like 20 minutes or something, or you could go now. And then I just decided I want to go, but not in a way that I just want to open a gap as fast as possible, but just, you know, start to put pressure on the group. Yeah. And of course the wind, the strong crosswind up to Hawaii helped definitely, because everybody in the group has to put in the same effort. There's no benefit of riding in the group anymore. And that was what I was looking for. And yeah, it kind of made me smile when I turned around in Hawaii and see the group, like there is no group anymore. Everybody's riding on his own, and that's the best thing that could happen when you go back, because everybody has to put a lot of effort in, and the guys who could potentially outrun me, they are not that fast runners anymore if they have to go on their own the whole way back. And
exactly.
That was the strategy on the bike. I mean, it's always, like I said, it's always planning is the one thing, and then executing is another thing. And Mike Twelzig also helped me. Yes. I mean, it was just like perfect conditions.
It did seem like he helped, but then it seemed like you just said at about 90, 95, you're like, all right, bye-bye.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like, boom, you just had this big gap.
On this way, hi to Paul Thomas, if he could hear me.
Yeah, Paul Thomas.
Yeah, we were training together in Tucson
yes.
some days, and I mean, it was just like really nice to see him having a decent race again. And I think, yeah, you mentioned when I pulled away from him,
yes,
but I think it was more. We had really to struggle on the aid stations, because at this point we had really a very strong tailwind. We were going like 75 kph at this point. It was crazy. I mean, sometimes I had to stop pedaling because it was just I was spinning it out.
So like 45 miles an hour for those.
It was really, really fast. And then, of course, we got in trouble at the aid stations because we just flying
too
by.
fast.
They can't get a bottle.
Yeah, and then I think we both missed like 2 aid stations. And I mean, you know what this could done. In every other race, you say like, I don't care. I mean, let's go to the next aid station. And
Not
but
this race.
in Kona, you don't want to miss anything, you know, and just. Then I really have to slow down at a certain point, and I think he slowed down at the next aid station, and that's where I had all my nutrition dialed up again, and I think that's where I lost him. Yeah.
So all week long, all we kept hearing about Sebastian's injured.
Running in the water.
And actually,
he's injured.
And I don't know where that came from, but the
jogging.
funny part is when you it was right after your interview. And Pete was either coming or going, Pete Jacobs, and he said something like, so I hear you've been running in the water, and you said, yeah, my foot's broken and my arm is broken, and you should just let me go on the bike because I can't run. Where did that start? Were you injured?
Was that a rumor or was that true?
I mean, I had some troubles again with my my Achilles, but not really anything that stopped me from my doing a proper preparation. Yes. So I mean, just nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, everybody has some small.
Everybody's got something.
Some small issues, and so I don't think that you could call it injured. And I mean, for me, you know, agua running, how you call it, is just
something you do.
It's just a good thing for me. It's not because I'm injured or something. And
it was really good though, because everybody was like, they saw you, and they thought, oh my God, he can't run on the road.
Let him
go.
But I also read some interviews where people were saying like, yeah, Kienle is uncertain. He's probably be injured, and yeah, well, I mean, if you want to believe that, it's. I don't want to fight against it, you know.
No,
sometimes
it's a good
thing. It's better to say nothing about it and let the people believe what they want to believe. But no, I mean, I was doing okay.
Yes,
No big troubles.
So you obviously had an amazing performance in Frankfurt this year against two of the big contenders at this race, Frederik van Lierde and Jan Frodeno. How much did that A, help you in terms of your confidence, but then B, how much pressure did that put on coming into this race with everybody talking about, you know, in addition to everybody else, Frederik van Liert and Jan Frodeno, and having those sort of guys, Frodeno especially, knowing what happened to him and going, oh God, you know, if he puts everything together.
Especially with Mont Tremblant, it helped me a lot, because then there was something to think about and to fall back on, and have some good memories. My coach put all the magazines where I was on the cover from the Frankfurt victory with my splits and everything on our TV table on our and that I could you know look at something positive, and I don't think it put that much pressure on you, because you know, there's the statistic behind it that nobody ever won Ross or Frankfurt and Kona in one year. So a lot of people more said like, he was that fit in July. It's probably not gonna happen, because most people that are that fit early in the season, they can't hang on till the end. I mean, I did know that I was already at a very high level in Frankfurt, so I really took my time after Frankfurt and just like had not only 1 week off but 2 weeks off, and just started very slow and easy with my training again. And I mean, it was probably too easy and too late for Mont Tremblant, but for here, just on the money.
Exactly. So when you look at the history of this race, you've got Thomas Hellriegel, you've got Norman Stadler, you've got Faisal Sultan, and you got Sebastian Kienle. I mean, that's pretty cool stuff.
I mean, just before I came down here, I waited like 2 minutes and I looked in your book, you know, with all the history behind it, and it's not only the German winners, but of course, I mean, I know them, Scott, everybody personally, and
you know, there's
it's just a great honor to be in this list.
I think there's only something like now I think it's 19 men and 18 women who have ever won this race.
Yeah.
So you're on a very, very short list. Very, very special. What did it feel like coming across the line?
I think you don't have to ask that. You know it.
I think we want to know, because we're never going to see it.
That's right.
Yeah, we're never
going to know. Not in first place, that's for sure.
It's I mean, it's a mixture, you know, of because I wanted to stay so focused the whole race, also on the run. I mean, people were telling me after like I don't know, 20 miles, you've got this thing, start to celebrate, start to smile, and I was like
were you getting
running like a robot. But on the way back from the turnaround in the energy lab, there was not so much splits. I was screaming at my coach and that he should give me this damn splits, because I mean, I was so afraid to turn around and saw like this guy is running 100 meters behind me. And I mean, you know, I'm not a Kona veteran, but I've seen so many people struggling at the end, and it looked, you know, secured. You thought like, no way he's gonna lose this thing anymore, and then he lost it.
Right.
He lost it, and something I don't wanna make. I was really afraid till the end that something stupid might happen, and I was like crawling down Palani Road not to get any cramps or something. And then when you cross the finish line, you know, only like 80 meters before, I start off, you know, open my eyes and realize everything around me, and it's like a, you know, explosion of emotions, and together with all the pain and you know what you have gone through, not only in the race but in the weeks before, it's like, I mean, that's the reason why people are doing it, you know. I mean, when people ask me why the heck are you doing this, it's just hard, and it can't be fun, and of course often it's not fun, but you know, this moment that's what you're working for. And I mean, when you see, for example, a guy like Jan Frodeno, you know, I mean, he's used to win races, you know, he is Olympic champion.
Yes.
And he came over the line 3rd place, and you could see in his eyes how happy he was. And after 8 hours pushing your body to the absolutely limit, you can't fake something like that, you know. It's just like just coming out of you. And I think that was what everybody experienced, not only the winner.
I think there's going to be a few people in Germany watching this interview, and we wanted to give you the opportunity to say, give some words in German to your fans.
Erstmal die besten Grüße natürlich an das engere Umfeld daheim. Dann an alle Grüße. Wer ist einen Marathon gelaufen? Wo sind Sie gelaufen? Nein, wo sind Sie gelaufen? Und natürlich an alle Leute, die in München den Marathon gelaufen sind, vor allen Dingen die ganze Karlsruher Crew. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr euch die Nacht um die Ohren geschlagen habt, aber es hätte sich auf jeden Fall gelohnt, aber ihr könnt es sicher nochmal im Real Life angucken. Und dann natürlich auch an sonst alle Triathlon-Bekloppten und Sportverrückten. Beste Grüße, Aloha.
What Sebastian just said was, thank you so much for watching Breakfast from Kona with Bob Babbitt and Paul Huddle, presented by Active, #Inspired to Race, sponsored by Timex, Rudy Project, GoPro, MPA Graphics, Lava Magazine, Babbitttville Racing. How about another big round of applause for the 2014 Ironman World Champion, presented by GoPro. Sebastian Kienle, Poncho Man, take us out.
Ring the alarm, cause here comes Sebastian. Ring the alarm, here comes Sebastian. And it's Breakfast with Bob, and it's Breakfast with Paul on Aloha Sunday
Poncho Man!
morning.
Thank you, Ironman champion.
Ironman champion.